Questions, please. Yes. So shall we have another programs of some sort? Huh?
Assalamualaikum, sir. I would like to know the fundamental difference between religion and Islam.
Isms. Yes.
And the definition of religion.
Well, there is no hard and fast line which can be drawn between the two, because some religions are in fact isms and some isms are religions. For instance, Confucianism and Taoism, they are both religions. But there are many known religions which are in fact cults, like the Moonites and let's join hands and die and these things. They are all in fact. The fundamental difference between the two is, as we understand from Islamic point of view, otherwise as far as the definition of the world at large is concerned, there is no such definition. Islamic definition would be any way of life which has originated from the Creator Allah. Now, the originated is the important part of it, because later on the religions deviate by the passage of time, they get corrupted and deviate from the right path. So they are not recognizable, though they have originated originally from Allah, but they no longer belong to Him. Still they would be called religions. So that is the definition according to Islam.
Another part of the same question. It's, does this definition apply true on Sikhism and Baha'ism?
Sikhism and Baha'ism, as far as we are concerned, Ahmadiyya point of view is concerned, Hazrat Masih Maud has laid it down very clearly that after the final revelation of Islam as a religion, there cannot be a new religion in the world. Otherwise, the finality of Islam would become meaningless. So, Baha'ism, according to us, is a man-made process which may have resulted originally from a deviation from Islam, but later on it has come into its own and has become as an independent religion, has acquired the character of an independent religion. As far as Sikhism is concerned, Hazrat Masih Maud has categorically declared and proved it, that Sikhism is no new religion, it is in fact Islam and nothing else. Hazrat Guru Baba Nanak was a convert to Islam from Hindus. His parents were Hindus and he got fed up of idolatry. So at his young age, in fact, right from his childhood, he was averse to any form of idol worship. So gradually he got attracted towards Islam and he accepted Islam gradually. First we know that he got initiated at the hands of a Sufi in Shekhupura district, Nankana Sahib. So there he remained in his company for a while and started speaking of Wahdat, that is the unity of God, and singing hymns to Allah like a Muslim Sufi. So gradually his fame spread among Hindus as well as Muslims as a godly person. So he gained quite a few followings from both Muslims and Hindus equally. So this is why, to begin with, Sikhs drew their adherents both from the Muslims and Hindus. But later on, he preached more among the Hindus, and the majority of his followers came from Hinduism. Then he performed Hajj, and that is where he took Bhai Mardana with him. Bhai Mardana was also a Muslim convert, in fact, Muslim follower of his. So to begin with, it was not a new religion at all. It was a type of Sufism, and through this Sufism he succeeded in gaining quite a few converts from the Hindus. But later on, after his death, the first seed of a dissension or a new formation is observable. At the time of, before the time of his disposal of his body, a debate erupted between those who had followed him from among the Muslims and those who had followed him from among the Hindus. And the Hindus wanted to burn his body because this was their culture. And the Muslims wanted to bury the body. So a very difficult situation arose. In fact, there was a possibility of bloodshed between the two groups. So the Muslims were wiser in the sense that they advised them that we should better wait for the morning and let's wait for the will of Allah to appear. Because our saint was a godly person, so during the night Allah may show something which will decide the issue. So what Allah did was that Allah gave opportunity to the Muslims to run away with the body during the night. So they ran away with the body and buried it somewhere. And in the morning they told, or the Hindu converts surmised, that perhaps the body was taken up, ascended to the heavens. And they were very happy with this sign, and they were thankful to the Muslim converts for the timely advice. Otherwise they might have burnt before Allah could take it up. So this is how Sikhism came into being, a sort of, but even at that time their behavior was Muslim. They remembered the verses of the Holy Quran, and most of the teachings of Hazrat Guru Baba Nanak are based on the teachings of the Holy Quran. They are in fact translations of the Holy Quran or commentary upon the Holy Quran or the saying of Hazur Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in the sort of Punjabi that was spoken in those days. It is called Gurmukhi. But basically it is a form of Punjabi. So after a while, some other gurus followed. The real separation from the Muslims took place much later. In fact, these Sikhs gradually became criminals. And because of their criminal activities, the Muslim kingdom, that was the Mughal Empire, they tried to suppress their activities, and some people believe that they were unnecessarily harsh upon them. It was a wrong political decision to come to clash with the Sikhs. But anyway, I'm not at the moment concerned with the history, what actually happened. But this we know, that gradually they were driven to the jungles. And the 5 Ks of the Sikhs resulted from that wildlife which they followed, which they pursued from then on. The 5 Kadas were naturally 5 Ks, as they are called: Karpan, Kada, and this